Hi. I did it again. I started talking before I hit the go live button. Um, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do a bunch of things. Um, how you guys like my new little lights I got? Little amethyst lights. Aren't they cute? My friend sent them to me. Very sweet. Very sweet. Anyways, so can you guys hear me good? Yeah, can you? I don't know. Yeah, you can? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna, get some chit-chatting going, and I thought I would pull a card. I don't know if I want to do this, but put a 1 in the chat if you want me to pull a card for the situation that's happening with certain people and St. Jude. Should I or shouldn't I is the question. 1, only 1. I don't even know how many people are in here. How many people are in here? Okay. Okay. All right. Hey, okay. NC Lady Prepper. I have known since the 2nd grade. She has been I'm her beef fry. She's my ends, which is the necklace we had when we were in, hey, get off the table, elementary school, or it wasn't middle school. I don't remember. I still have it. Jackie, hello? No, no, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to just see what's going on, give a little background if people don't know. Something had happened with some people claiming that they were going to go. Now, this is all entertainment purposes and allegedly, okay? That they were going to give all their donations or some or part or something to this children's hospital, right? We're just going to leave it at that. And I guess what we want to know is what's the actual real question? You know what? Let's not pull a card. Let's do this instead, because I don't think my cards are going to be good at answering that. Let's do this one. When it comes to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital drama, let's see. I got to think of something that's going to be answered easy. Do we know what I'm talking about? Yes or no? I'll ask them first. Yes. Okay. Do you feel that the stuff that was done out of malice? You feel that that money was used mostly for the self instead of given to the hospital? Well, that's pretty, I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to do it with this. I'm gonna have to get like a second camera or something different so you can see, but you can see where it's going to, right? Yeah, you can. Let's see. Yeah, I can see it. So there's that, of course. I don't want to get too far into it. Let's see. When it comes to the problems going on in this community with St. Jude and the people involved, is it going to come to a legal end? Oh, so it looks like it's going to be handled legally too. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. We don't want to get too far when it comes to this stuff. We don't want to get too far into it because that's not what we're about here. But yeah, there you go. Okay, who wants to do a, let's see, who wants to do one of these? You got to give me a question though, and you got to pick one of these. So we'll do this as one. Can you see them on there? This one will be one, the copper. This one will be 2, 3, and 4. This one's a lot of masculine energy, just so you know. And then I'll pick somebody, and then you can ask a question, or you can go ahead and ask your question, and then I'll just randomly pick one. I'll look over there and wait until it comes up on my actual screen on the other side over here. I don't know what's easier. Should we pick a number? How about we pick a number 1 through 7? And I guess that doesn't really count, does it? I already have a number in my mind. I have a number in my mind. Everybody choose a number. 1 through 7. No, 1 through 8. Actually, just make it 1 through 10. Oh, good Lord, never mind. 1 through 10. Pick a number from 1 through 10, put it in the thing, and whoever, the people who are the closest to it, or the person or people who actually get the number, are going to be the people I will do the first couple readings for. Okay, we got 4 for hummingbird. Anybody else? Anybody want to pick a number? No? Nobody wants to pick a number? Okay, well, hummingbird, looks like you're the one. Oh, here we go. It's finally updated. Give you guys a little bit more time. So I did pick 7. So we have 2 7s. And we're going to go ahead and have you guys put in let's have Dawn Marie, you put in the question, and then I will do a yes, no. It has to be yes, no. And then I'll do NC Lady Prepper. Okay? And you can pick one of these if you want, or I'll pick one. This is just 1 through 4, 2. Okay? It's really hard to do it this way. I should have to figure out something else. I really do. I'm like literally got my head like upside down trying to read the chat here, and then looking over here on the never mind. If you guys could see me, you'd probably be cracking up. You can ask any kind of yes or no question. You can ask, are you going to, get a new job, or are you, something that you would get a yes or a no from. And, since we're out here in the middle of everybody, it's not that a lot of people, but I just, I wouldn't make it too personal. Those are for private readings. 7, November rain, that was 7. I was asking number from 1 through 10. Are you going to win the lotto? Well, that's pretty vague. Now, which one of these do you want? Because you could win the lotto for $2, So which one of these do you want? Do you want me to just pick one? This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. The big lotto. Okay. Do you want me to just pick one of these for you? The pendulums? Bet you that shaking is going to give some people nauseous. I think it's that my my internet must be a little slow. I think my son is probably playing games online. So, there's this one, and then there's this one. This is black, and this one, this is the one you want? Because it's the only thing I have close to blue. So I'm assuming it's this one. Okay. Okay, we know that we're going to ask for Dawn Marie. And thank you very much for answering our questions. Is she going to win the big lottery? Oh, wait, no. How about do you think she's going to win $100 in lottery? Well, you could get at least $100. We know that much, but it doesn't look like the big lotto is going to be our best friend. But I don't know if you guys have that one where you pick it and then you can win on the side also, like little bits of money. I don't know if you guys have that there, but yeah. I guess when you mean the big one, you mean millions. Is Dawn Marie going to win millions in the lottery? Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. If $100 is good. All right. And then we have my best friend, my B-Fry, my S-End. You want to go ahead and put I'm going to try real hard not to dox you. I swear. I keep catching myself wanting to say your name. My little NC lady prepper. Will I be starting a new business venture? Well, I think that's a yes, actually, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Do you want to pick a different one of these? Do you want this one, or there's that one? I like this one for you, and I like this one for you. So this is black. We have copper, and then the blue, and then this one's very masculine energy, and so blue. All right. I'm going to say your name in my head. Going to start a new venture, a new business adventure. Yeah, I knew that was going to be the case anyways. So, yeah, it seems like it actually. It sounds like it's going to be something, or it feels like it's going to be something that's going to be very, very, not only lucrative in the money sense, right? Because that's not what you're really completely all about. You need to have something that also fulfills your passion. So, hold on. Oh, it's done answering. So is this going to fulfill her passion, this business? It's going to help fulfill it? There you go. There's your answer. If you can see it, it says yes. Okie dokie. So who wants to come up if I send them a link for a quick for some chit chat and some quick reads? I'm gonna go ahead, hold on just a second. I'm gonna You're welcome. Love you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and how do I do this? I always forget how to do this. Put it in, copy, and go to chat. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to do this without talking to myself. Okay, whoever wants to come up, and then we can do some maybe some quick reads or whatever. You're welcome, Dawn Marie. There's the link. Oh, I haven't even checked if you have done any tips or anything, let Hummingbird know so she can let me know, because I don't have a way of looking at everything all at the same time. Nobody wants to come up. That's all right. Either you can come up, you don't have to come up, or you could just go ahead and ask a question in the comments too, and that'll be fine. Coming up is not required. I have to put my glasses on so I can see. Yeah, you can ask a yes or no. That's fine. Let me put this back up there. I know your mouth is killing you. Right, Dawn Marie? Oh, have the ties been cut? Hold on a second. Let me get this back up here. Oh. Turn this back on. Trying to get this. Well, there we go. Okay, so seeing as I have an idea, I know what this is about, I'm just going to go ahead and just be very vague and ask if the ties have been cut. Ooh. Yeah, no, I think you need some more work to do. That's going to need some more. I don't know if you can see it. It's really hard. I have to, like I said, I figure out a different way to do this, but this is going to know. So I think there's going to be actually a lot of work. I think this tie that you're talking about has a lot of really strong, you're just going to need somebody who's really, really good at cutting, cord cutting and banishing. So I think you're going to need to do a banishing, a cord cutting and a banish. Okay. You can come up if you want, Dawn Marie. That's fine. No, don't worry about it. It's no big deal if I turn the camera back on, if I don't turn the camera back on. I'm just, still trying to figure out how to make things work right for me. So this is going to have to, we're going to have to figure out something else. I'm going to actually probably have to get an actual camera, which I really don't want to do because they're too expensive. But that might be the situation. I'll have to use my laptop, which I have to plug in before it dies, or something. I have a good laptop for this. It's got all kinds of room on it, but I haven't quite figured out how to put everything together in the best way. So that's what I'm doing right now, and putting everything I make from this back into making this, like, it's what, you know, when you first start a business, you put back the money back into the business. I'm putting back a large portion of whatever I make from this back into this so it can be better. So that's what's going on. Yes, you can ask a question. Go ahead. Let me turn this off so I can read better. I just don't have my face on very well, and I just don't feel like it, you know. Today, I mean, I don't mind showing my face, but ugh. Yeah, I don't, not with, I'm going off of my phone right now. So when I go off of my phone, my husband has a way where he's going to set up, from my laptop, he's going to set up another, what are they called? Screen, so that I can see everything. Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. We have Kim. Okay, will your health stay good? Okay. Um, Kim, I'm just gonna do it from here. Do you want me to put the camera back on, or is this okay? Can I just tell you what it says? Hold
How
on a
come
second.
I
Let's see
can't
what
see the
she's.
screen? Hold on.
Oh, did you I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't have the camera on right now, so hold on a second. Let's see, Kim. Kim wants to know if her health is going to stay good. I have a feeling that this is going to tell me to rephrase it. So let's see. Yeah, we need a little more detail on that. Whoopsies. I'm coming. Okay, there she is. So regarding you could say, is it going to be regarding whatever illness you just had? Oh, okay, gotcha. Are her blood clots going to kill her? She wants to know if she's going to have to worry about death because of blood clots. And that was a very quick answer of no. So, and it's a big one. I wish I had the camera on now, but it's a very big answer. So no, that's you. I think you're going to be fine when it comes to, and that's kind of the feeling I got anyways off of that. I do, however, get that there's going to be a lot of work that you're going to have to, which I think you'll do anyways, but just in general, that you're going to have to be, careful. You're going to have to pay very close attention to that. And it's going to have to be something that's going to be for pretty much forever. I think that, I don't know if you have something like something that causes it to happen more than other people or what, but yeah, this is definitely something that's going to be involving you for a very long time. Okay. All right. Shoo. I know, right? It's like one of those questions. Well, one of the things, though, I have to say is that if it was the opposite, I think it would be like will not answer. So I don't think they would answer that question unless it was a no anyway. Yeah, meds for the rest of your life, all that kind of stuff. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're here now. You were muted. Oh, you're muted again. Can you hear me, Don Marie?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, there you are. Hey, I can hear myself
Sorry, I was
too,
trying to
so
put
you got
my
echo.
AirPods in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I just took them out.
Okay. All right. So, let's see if we can bring anybody in. Let's see if anybody wants to. You're welcome, Kim. Just realized I had my glasses on, so everything blurry was because I was looking far away with my reading glasses on. Give me just a second. So I get taken right back to that moment where we were in that neighborhood and you were like little. Remember from the last time we were talking? I get taken right back there.
Yes.
And I don't know. Did you ride up and down like on the sidewalk on like a? I want to say it's. I don't know if it's tricycle or a big wheel. I feel like I'm on a tricycle.
All the
Like
time.
yeah. So yeah, that's what they're showing me, and them coming. Or there's one person I'm seeing it very distinctly, and he's kind of a big guy, older guy, and then there's another person who's kind of off to the side. I think it was like one of the people who was always with him. Um, Hold on. Let me think. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
His energy is actually getting a lot stronger, so you got to give him a minute. I think he was just kind of sitting back, relaxed, and waiting for his turn.
Okay, I'll wait.
Sitting on the end of the bed. Okay, he shows me like people always coming in and out, like family. Did you live in a place where your family was close around all the time? Like
Very,
different.
very, very
Yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah. Shows me like the times when the like people, what is it, like the back door, come into where the inside where the kitchen is, come in and visit and say hi and kind of that kind of thing. Instead of like, do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
100%.
Okay. He's showing me like those eat-in kitchens where you have a kitchen and they call them eat-in because they have like a small dining like dinner table, but it's like up against the wall or something or in the middle. He's showing me that, and just the constant like the always you always either sitting there and you're having some kind of snack, or you always on your tricycle or whatever riding up and down, and just all these adults around you all the time who are family and friends, right?
Wow, you would never know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he's showing me, and then you're just kind of sitting there just like, hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of talking between everybody, a lot of this, like everybody was very not only were you like it's that old school kind of family, even if you're not real family, you are family. Like your uncles were people who weren't actually blood related kind of thing, and friends of whoever, and that's real tight kind
Yep.
of situation. It was all from the neighborhood.
Very much so.
Yeah.
My grandmother's house was the house that everybody came to.
Right. And you were with your grandmother all the time? Yeah? A lot
Mm-hmm.
of the time? Yeah.
Even on 9/11, we brought people home from the bridge that couldn't walk anymore, that were covered.
Yeah.
We did like 35 back and forth rides.
Oh my gosh.
I have
Wow.
goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely, they're definitely showing me like a large group. So that might be part of it, because there's a large group of people in this one like showing up like here and there. Like they'll show me like, have you ever seen like those where one person is sitting there and then they have this other part like a video where that's sped up and the people are coming and going, but the person's just sitting there not moving or just eating or something like that. So like the people are coming and going, this and that, and all these people, and you're just kind of like sitting there eating your cereal or eating your oatmeal. I don't know, something.
My
And you're
grandfather
just,
used to always give me treats. I'm the oldest grandchild of like 45 grandchildren on
right,
one side, just one side of my family. So yeah, I would always have like special treatment from him.
right. So that's what I'm seeing for there. Hold on a second. Yeah, November Rain, you can ask a question. That's fine. I do have the Cash App. Um, it's Hummingbird has it, I think. It's also in the description. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. Oh,
got
that
it.
was you.
I'm listening to you
Okay.
as long as my grandfather or uncle or somebody's coming through to you, girl, I will cash app you up the wazoo. I got you.
Let's see. Let's see what else do we have. Okay, so I see you, and this is very similar to what I grew up with. Um, I see there was, the women in the family and the younger, like, in their 20s or even a little bit older, all getting ready, and they're just getting all their stuff, and they're doing their hair, and then the chit chatting and back and forth, and then you're just like sitting there and just like watching all of this stuff going on, and you're like the one who is the, like you said, the first grandchild, but so that kind of makes you, this happened to me too. I was the first grandchild on my dad's side, and he had five sisters. So, and they were all, hanging around all the time. It's kind of like that, where they just kind of sit you on the counter in the bathroom while they're getting ready. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I keep seeing. Or like on the bed, here, sit here, and they give you some stuff while they're in the mirror getting dressed and trying on outfits. Does that make sense too?
Do you know what I do for a living?
Uh-uh. Oh, wait, are you a hairdresser?
Well, I'm in the beauty business, but yeah, I
Uh-huh.
mean, it was always something that my aunts and everybody were always involved in the industry. So
Right.
growing up as a kid, my father told me, go to college 4 years, anywhere, I'll pay for it. Just don't go to beauty school. And I said, no, I want to go to beauty school. And I want to pursue it because, everybody else in the family does it. And my father begged me not to. And
Yeah,
so I did it, and he said, "Well, if you go to beauty school, you can pay for it yourself." And I said,
right.
"Okay, no problem." So I went and got a student loan, but yeah,
Yeah, that's
they would
how I
always
paid for
make
it
it.
too. I went to beauty school, so the same thing. I did
Did
the same
you?
thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
used
it
to
was
be a
kind of like in my
hairdresser.
family. It was in my family to do it, but
Right.
that was but yeah, to be in the middle of it was on point.
Yeah. So it's funny that you said that because I was in the middle of it too, watching my aunts, and then I'm the one who went to beauty school. Well, none of my aunts. They were not necessarily didn't quite understand my choice to want to go to beauty school.
Right.
They're very academic, my aunts on my dad's side, so they're have just shoo okay, but well, when you sit a kid, and watching everybody try makeup on, and then my other aunt, she used to let me sit down and play with all her makeup, so that's when it started for me.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch them tease their hair to the high heavens and go to
Yes.
rock and roll concerts. And my uncle was in a band back in the day. He played with a lot of like rock stars and things like that.
Right.
So, going into the city and going to watch these, you know, it was just natural for me back in the day to kind of be the one to be the oldest grandchild to get stuck with the 20, the teenage and the young 20s.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second. I'm going to see what November Rain's question is.
Yeah,
We'll go
sure.
back and forth. If you want to stay up here, no problem. Stay up here and you can help me. You want to help me?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Take care of November Rain. I'll sit here.
Okay. What was your question, sweetheart? Oh, Will what you're going through ever end? Um, okay. November Rain is going through something and that is affecting her. And she wants to know if it's ever going to end, which I have a feeling that's going to be a yes, but it's going to be very difficult. So that's a yes. November Rain, let me see. Let me get some other questions in with this. Is it going to be a lot of physical uh, work through, or, well, let's do physical first. Okay, so that kind of gives me my answer. So my question really is this going to be a lot of emotional hardship for a while? And let's see, yeah, it says no to the physical because I don't know what you're going through. And it's saying yes to the emotional, and then I'm going to go from there myself and tell you what the feelings I'm getting from it. This, whatever it is that you're going through, is something that, this is kind of hard for me to say because I have no idea what it is, right? And people, when I say these things, they don't quite, they kind of look at me like I'm crazy, but we all have these things when we're born, right? We choose certain lessons, our soul does, before. So we're sitting there as a soul and we're like, okay, if I choose this life to go into, I'm going to learn this lesson, this lesson, this lesson. And these are the lessons I need to learn to graduate and not have to go to school anymore, which is life, right? And you can just ascend and be happy and not have to learn any lessons anymore, right? So for you, you're going through whatever it is you're going through right now, you chose so that you could graduate quicker. The more difficult you make, the more difficult your life and the things that you choose for each life. Now, at the same time, if you choose lives that where you're, the richest person in the world and this and that, that's still something you have to choose. You still have to you have to have all of it. So you have to learn, you have to choose lives where, nothing goes wrong and everything goes right for you. And then you choose lives where, it's just average. And, or you choose a life where you've been murdered and you choose a life where you've been the murderer, this kind of thing. This is what I know from my guides, that what they have told me. Okay. So when you choose specific things, if you choose this, it's because, and I think this is what you need to hear, it's because your soul knew that if you chose this, you will graduate quicker. This is something that the soul doesn't necessarily want to choose terrible things to go wrong in the life that they have to go enter into. But it's like when you take courses in university or wherever, and you're like, okay, well, I can take all of these courses and it's going to take me, this long to graduate, or I can take one at a time, as opposed to like one bad thing happening in my lifetime, one bad thing, like that. Or I can choose this one class here and this group of classes right here, which are really difficult, but it's going to get me to graduate quicker. And when it came to this, this is something that your soul chose. So your soul is kind of like, she's sitting there talking to me right now and telling me that chose this. So because your soul is one of those souls that's a go-getter, wants to just hurry up. Let's do quickest, hardest, get it done, get it done, get it done. And I feel that kind of goes with you. Your soul is who you truly are. And so no matter what life you live, no matter where you are, you're always going to be that type of person anyways. Does that make sense? Oh, what did she want? Okay, thank you. NC Lady Prepper, love you. Um, yes, good. I'm gonna I have to. My nose is. I gotta blow my nose, and I don't want to do it on. I feel like I'm slurping for everybody to hear, and this happens to me. I start to sweat. I don't remember who I was talking to the other night, where I was saying, there's this one kid on TV. I don't know his name. Uh, and I did notice once or twice that he starts to get sweaty and stuff. And it's the same thing that happens to me. You start to get sweaty and then your nose starts to get drippy and all kinds of stuff starts to happen to you physically when you let the spirits come in and talk through you. So hold on a second. And then the more intense it gets, the more you start to sweat, the more your nose starts to run. It's just the weirdest thing. Oh, I'm glad that makes sense for you. And that's the part that I think that's why I continued on that, because I think that's the part that you needed to hear was why would you choose this? Right. Um, and that kind of it helps people to hear that. I mean, not everybody believes that, and that's fine. People don't, there's a lot of people who don't believe in your soul having all these different lifetimes. But I do know that if you start to really look at it and you put things together, you'll realize that it actually makes more sense. That it's not God punishing you, for doing the bad things, or God punishing you for this good person. Why would God punish this person and do this to this good-hearted or this child or this and that? This is something that the soul chose, so that it could experience that. Because when you graduate as a soul, when you finally graduate this and ascend, that means the physical body and the pain that we go through and all of these emotions and up and down and good and bad and all this stuff, this is for the soul to be 100% have the knowledge and know every possible aspect of what a human can go through. So once you've graduated and ascended, then you can become pretty much a soul. You meet your alpha and omega. Okay, you've got your alpha and omega, and you're divided. God divided the soul and sent them out, each half, to go and learn. So you always have your twin soul. It's more than a your soulmate. It's much more than that. Twin soul is actually the other half of your actual soul. So if you're an alpha, it would be your omega. If you're an omega, it would be your alpha. Okay. Once you have graduated and learned all those things, you get to finally be put together with your soul again and be whole. And that's the graduation process. And then you begin to ascend. And that's the whole purpose of life. Truly, that's what I feel. So, Soldier. Exactly. It always it's time is also not linear. It's like a big, like the Mayan calendar. It's a cyclometer. It's a circle. Everything's in a circle. Life, death, rebirth, like everything just continues in a circle, and then eventually your circle kind of rolls on till you become a one until this part of the soul. And then it's not just your soul isn't done. Okay, when it doesn't have to go through the human experience, it's not done. You then move on to a total other plane of existence where your soul is completely 100% whole, and that's who you truly are. Remember, The body is just a vessel. And this is the thing that goes through every I can't even think of the only time they ever talk about the soul not being a vessel is when a men have created something, some type of religion or something that they want people to follow, and they want people to look at them as gods and deities, as opposed to, you know, that's, and so they put these words together and they're like, you have only one chance, and you have only one chance this right now. Revenge of the ancestors. Hi. How are you? No, we did not get that. I don't know what that means. So when your soul, anyways, what I was saying was your soul is a continue. There's so many more levels. It's very hard for the human mind to wrap its head around the fact that this is like the base. We're at the base of a triangle, right? It's almost like you have this base and you've got to go through all these lives to take up the whole foundation, to make the whole foundation like a pyramid, okay? Like a pyramid in Egypt. You've got all of these layers that you have to go through, okay? And then the closer and closer you get to the top is when you get to the part where you become the one, and then you're sent to the next level, okay? And that's why our soul has to choose some terrible things. And it's not about God being mean. It's not what it's about. It's really hard to remember, but once I started knowing that in my heart as true, it made the hardships and the things that I have gone through a lot easier to deal with. And even the ones I'm going through right now, it makes me, okay, what is it that we're going to be doing with? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Okay, this is telling us something. We can't just sit here and feel sorry for ourselves and be like, oh, everything sucks and why would God do this to us? No, you know what I mean? It helps you to become more open to seeing all the different avenues of where you could go. Okay? Does anybody else have any other questions? I hope that made sense, because I that was just kind of like one of those things where I start going and I don't even know. Good looking honky. Hi. Tyrannical glitzy. What is that? Gesticulator? The return? And anybody else who's new? Soldier. Hey.
Hey, Talking Dove, I have a question real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
My husband wants to know if you think at his age, which he's in his early 50s, if the career change that he's looking to make is a good idea.
Well, this is something, the career change he's looking. Okay, yes, it is. Because I don't know what it is, obviously, but I would say it wouldn't be for everyone, right? I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody. But this is something that's in the heart, I feel like. Something that has been thought about or pondered, or something it's been there and it's just waiting for its moment, and this is the moment. Does that make sense?
Nailed it once again.
Yeah, I would say definitely go for it. This is something that has, like I said, you've been pondering it and thinking about it, and it's just been waiting to manifest. So it's definitely not something that I would tell just anybody to, oh yeah, go for it. But yeah, for you, yeah, I would go for it.
Wow. Oh, he said
Thank you, Soja. What's that?
He said thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? so that's another thing too. When I'm going to go continue to talk about this, when you have these things, there are little things that gnaw at you, right? You get this like moment where you think, and it just pops into your head. And it could be like, say, like it was like a couple years ago, this thought popped into your head, and you started thinking, and then that thought, every once in a while, it gets more and more. And then to the point where what it is that you're doing now, it no longer fulfills you. And the only thing you can think about is doing the one thing that keeps popping into your head. And the thing is fear. It's the fear that keeps us from doing things. But usually that one thing that's gnawing at you is your guides and your angels telling you, and your if you want to call it your intuition, all of these things, if it continues to gnaw at you, continues to be there in the back of your mind, continues to pop into your head, and then that means it's time to change the chapter, and this is the new chapter. So it's scary. Like just like I didn't start doing hair. Of course, this is a new chapter when I'm doing it like this. Like I've done things before, but not like this. This is definitely a new chapter for me. Not this way. But before that, I had decided that I'd always wanted to be in the beauty industry, always. I just was too afraid. I don't know what it was, because I had friends who went to college, and in California, in the Bay Area, we have the colleges offer beauty school also. So that was, and even in high school, you could take it in high school too. You could leave the campus every day and have an hour of it in high school. And I always wanted to do it, but something kept me from doing it. And it wasn't until I had my first born, and I had him, and then I decided, I'm just going to do this. And we were so broke. I remember I had to borrow the $100 it took to put a deposit down to get started. I had to borrow that $100. So yeah. But I was 30. I didn't have my first child till he didn't come until I got pregnant when I was 29, and I had him, I was just about 30 years old. So yeah. And then now I had to make another life choice, because then things happened to me physically, and very slowly my abilities became stronger and stronger, because I was touching so many people every day, all the time, constantly, that my connection to people was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And at the same time, my abilities to do things, because of the pain disorders that I have, and I have multiple disorders, but we won't go into that, made it impossible for me to work anymore. And it was very sad. And so yeah, I'll give you, if you don't is our country going to be okay? Look, let me just tell you something. There's a prophecy that came, Native American prophecy, all right? And people thought it was the Obama thing. No, he was not considered he was not considered, this was not that time. It wasn't time. The original false prophet, and we've discovered that it's true, was what just happened. Okay. What's going to happen now is that the country and the world is going to start to heal from hundreds and hundreds of years of tyranny, not just the United States, and everything that's happened to us as natives, everything that's happened to other indigenous people around the world. All of it is going to be healed and start healing, and the world is going to become better off together, as opposed to being separate. And but yes, the US is going to be okay. I think that there's a lot of I have to say that people fall for trolls very easily. And the biggest troll that we had, the biggest troll that had happened, it just happened. And that was a masterful, started on 4chan, and here we go. So anyways, I'm not going to get too far into it because this is political. I'm not going to go deep into political. So anyways, basically that's what I have to say about that. Yes, we're going to be fine. Always rocked with me, Bay Area. Oh, see, I was raised in the Bay Area, in Silicon Valley area. So, what else? Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, yeah. I remember. I think I subscribed to you too, Revenge. Yes. And the thing is that it's the reason why we know this as natives is because of who he put into the cabinet. And that was when the Native American is accepted into the tribal, like, what do they call when you have the tribe of the country, they use it all in the words of tribal. Okay. So because a Native American was accepted into the uh, uh, the elders spot, they call them at the time. It's hard for me to describe what elders and the chief and that all of them, they're to put that in terms of the government. So we saw that the Native Americans and all the different people were coming in, and that's the start of the second part of the prophecy. Okay. Yes. So and it's okay. It's okay that everybody has different ideas, because that's fine, but you just have to watch and see what happens, and then eventually everybody will realize, and that's all that matters. So I think it's time for people to heal. I think it's time for people to stop being so angry at one another for having different thoughts, and being so gullible, being so gullible. We have been so gullible. I think that started, really, to tell you the truth, here when we when we thought that the people who were coming here in their big boats were going to be anything other than polite and wanted to get to know us, and wanted to share their culture with us. That's when it all started. And that's where the gullible, and that's where that's when everything started. Then there was the battle of, I think it was Wounded Knee. I can't remember exactly. I'm gonna have to look up everything just to make sure I'm getting this right, because I don't want to get it wrong. And my brain, when I have spirit coming through me at the same time, my brain doesn't work as well. But and maybe I'll have a live about all this stuff, and we'll do it separately. But all of the Native American and indigenous prophecies, because they're all the same, including the Mayan calendar, which is not a calendar, it's a cyclometer. It was never predicting the end of the world. Never. They just didn't understand how to. It was people who were not Mayan trying to figure out what it was saying, and they got it so wrong. It's just the end. It was the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. That's it. So a lot of things are ending, and new things are coming upon us. Anybody else have any questions? Do you want to ask any more questions, Dawn Marie?
No, not really. I know how much it takes from you, and I appreciate you coming up here always.
No problem. I'm glad you're up here with me. I'm going to ask for like maybe one or two more. Anybody else? One or two more questions, and then I'm going to have to probably slow down a little bit.
Sounds like a plan. Anybody else want to come up?
I think I'll do a separate live that'll be or even just maybe I'll do some stories so that so that people can become more aware of what if you think you consider Native American this and you have lived here and your ancestors have lived here, you have become, this is your country, this is your home, you are in a sense native to here also, because we all come from somewhere, including Native Americans. We all come from somewhere. Okay, so it's almost just as important for everyone to know this, no matter where you're from or if you're Native or you're not Native. Know these rules, these not rules, these prophecies, these stories that we have been passing down. Now, Native Americans have not shared these stories until now, so that's another thing that's very different. They're sharing the stories now, and whereas before, I don't know if you know, but they used to try to. Who blocked you? Oh, uh, I forgot now what I was saying. I heard somebody got blocked. It was an accident. Anyway, so these are just things that we have passed down. These are stories. Even when it comes to like Bigfoot and the aliens, we have petroglyphs and stories that are thousands of years old that involve those two things. So even on the reservation where my family lives, there is a petroglyph, this place called Picture Rock. You can look it up. Yokut, Yokut, Tule River, Tule, Tule River reservation, and you look up Picture Rock, and you will see we called him the hairy man and his family, and it's a big, really old, like thousands petroglyph, and a bunch of them, all different kinds. And there's a whole family. There's a dad and a baby and a mom of the hairy man. And we have stories about creation that come from that. So it's all very interesting stuff. It'll probably shock you all because it's way before anybody else could fake it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Way before anybody else could fake a picture in a photograph. So, Mitaki, oh, hold on a second. Oh, you're doing great. Oh, thank you. Oh, so listen, what we're going to do, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give you anybody else has a question. Hello, like and stuff. I would like to know what's going to happen for Jordan and I. Thank you. Okay, Alyssa, is she still here? I think something's way behind on here. Oh yeah, way behind. I have all kinds of chats that didn't load. Hold on. Is Alyssa still here? I hope so. How far was that? Alyssa wants to know what's going to happen for her in Jordan. She didn't show up on there. I hope she's still here because I'm going to go ahead. No. Oh, she didn't answer me. Are you? Well, her and Jordan are going to well, look, I don't know if they're planning on getting married or something like that, or if they're having children, but it feels like that's the direction it's going. So, oh, she just wanted to know, you Kim. No, you're not going to drop dead soon. I think you can be around for a little while. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, this didn't update. I feel bad that I missed that one. Sorry. Maybe she'll watch it on the replay. Anybody know Alyssa? Let her know. You drove today for the first time in 3 months. You got a new car. Oh, that's right. You got your reborn. Ooh, I didn't get to see the thing, the reborn. I saw the picture though. It was those things are so. I think they're really cool looking. They're amazing, but they also give me the creeps. I'm sorry. I think that that's awesome that you could drive today. Um, everything seems to be working out for you, but you are going to have to take care of this your rest of your life, sweetheart. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now. And I want to thank everybody who participated, anybody who donated. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Aho.
Talking Dove, I'll hit you
Yeah.
up on the Cash App. Thank you so much. And it's
Thank
always
you.
beautiful to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.